Hello, good morning, and or good afternoon, depending on when you are watching this video. This is Mr. Marquez, the project coordinator of the Upward Bound North Hollywood program. Hello to everybody. This is a quick video to show you guys and walk you through how to apply to Upward Bound. All right. We also just want to quickly mention that you are welcome to take notes. You are welcome to pause. You are welcome to rewind the video. And we also want to let you know that we have Spanish speaking staff members. So if your parent needs help getting through the application, they are more than welcome to reach out. We also want to take a moment and mention that the application process and even being an Upward Bound participant is a very involved process when it comes to both the student and the parent. So if you could have your parent watch this, student watch this, both should be watching this. And the application will be asking just as much information from the parent as we will from the student. So again, this is a process you guys do together. Just a quick overview of the process. There are four big steps to completing the Upward Bound application. The first step is to complete the online portion of the application. The second step is to submit required documentation. This would include, for example, parent tax returns, transcripts, grade reports. The third step is to submit teacher recommendations. And you don't necessarily have to submit them yourself, but we will show you how you can ask your teachers for the recommendation. The last step, the fourth step, is to complete the student and parent interview. And yes, both the student and the parent will be interviewed. So, step one, how do you complete the online application? You'll want to visit our website to access our online application. You should be seeing the website address on the screen right now, and it will also be in the description of this video. You'll want to look for the Upward Bound link specifically, and then navigate to the Upward Bound application. As part of the application, you'll be asked a couple of things. You'll be asked some basic information about you and your family, and you will also be asked to submit a personal essay. The personal essay questions are shown here on the screen for your reference. You can pause, you can rewind, you can take notes. Again, all of this is to help you with the application. Some tips for completing the application is that you'll want to have some of this stuff ready beforehand. Completing the application can take quite some time. I would say maybe 20 minutes. And you don't want to have your internet go out or have the web page refresh on you and then lose all the progress you made in terms of putting in the information. So it's helpful to have all of this information beforehand. So what will you need? What do we recommend you have ready before you start? We recommend that you have your general info such as your address, your telephone number. For students, you're going to need to know your social security number. Parents, you're going to need to know their employment information, like their employer work phone, the parent's education level, family income information, and household size. Again, and the application is something that we encourage both the student and the parent to sit down and complete together. And in terms of the personal essay, again, the questions are in the previous slide. You want to go ahead and write your essay beforehand. That way, when you start your application, you can just copy and paste into the application itself. You will be given 2 pages of space. We ask that you try to use up at least the first page, and you want to go ahead and answer all of the questions that we previously shared to the best of your ability. And just to put it out there, the more information you share with us, the better we will be able to get to know you and the better decision we will be able to make on whether to admit you or not to our program. Step two is submitting the required documentation. So there are a handful of documents you do have to submit as part of the application process. Um, all documents can be submitted via email to myself, Mr. Marquez, and my email address is fmarquez at voala.org. And what you can do is you can scan them if you have a scanner at home. You can take a picture and then send them to my email. And if you need help doing any of those, you can reach out and we will help you. If electronic means is just not an option, again, reach out and we will give you additional instruction on how you can submit that documentation. Um, you will need to provide a copy of either your birth certificate or, if you are a permanent resident card. This is commonly known as the green card. And for financial income verification, we will need either your 1040 tax returns. There should be something coming up on screen to show you what that looks like, or other documentation that serves as proof of income. So this might be something like disability checks, other documents from other governmental sources. And lastly, we will need academic documentation. So we'll need a copy of your high school transcripts and a copy of your most recent high school report card. So those we will, after you submit your application, we will actually reach out to you how you can obtain those after you have submitted your online application. Step three is to obtain your teacher recommendations. And technically, all you're going to do is ask your teacher for the recommendation. Once you get them connected with the correct link, they'll submit it and we'll receive it. And we'll let you know once we get it. But just an overview of this part of the process is that you do need to have two recommendations, one from your English teacher, one from your math or science teacher. And to get your recommendations, we recommend that you email them and ask them for that recommendation. It's not necessarily a letter of recommendation, it's a recommendation or referral for services for the program. So if you're a sophomore, you can email your teachers from last year. And if you are a freshman, you can email your current teachers around the fourth week of this fall semester, since they should have had enough time to observe you and also to record a current grade for you. In this right part of the slide, we have a sample email. You might want to use that when reaching out. And again, to find the email for your teacher, you can look at the North Hollywood High School website, navigate to the staff directory, and copy and paste this sample text. This will be posted in the description. You'll have access to it there in case you want to use it yourself and to ask for those letters. Last but not least is the student and parent interview. Now, a lot of folks have questions about this and sometimes get nervous about this, but we have some information to share. So yes, both the student and parent will both be interviewed. Whether they interview together or separately will depend on their schedules and their preference, but at the end of the day, both the student and parent will be interviewed. We will do a video call, such as through Zoom or Google Hangouts, preferably. But if technology doesn't permit, then we will do interview via phone. We will also reach out to schedule the interview ourselves after you have submitted the online application. And then just some couple pieces of advice is be yourself. Know that the Upper Bound staff are caring and friendly people. We just want to get to know you. And know that there are no right or wrong answers in the interview. We're just trying to get to know you beyond your essay and to interact with you in a live setting. All right, so again, just to recap the process, step one is completing the online application. Step two is submitting the required documentation. Step three is submitting the teacher recommendations. And step four is completing the student and parent interview. So yeah, that's it for the process. If you guys have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Please know that there is help in Spanish. We have staff that speak Spanish. So if you need a Spanish speaking staff member to assist you, you are more than welcome to reach out. Si necesita asistencia en español, la ayuda está disponible. Por favor, no se detenga en comunicarse con nosotros para que le podamos ayudar directamente en cómo aplicar a nuestro programa. Muchas gracias. Thank you guys very much. And we hope to talk to you soon.